Yep, another tactic by Sebastian 3, this time in Dortmund. Let's check it out. Yes, this is the BVB Dortmund 4-2-3-1 version 2 from Sebastian 3. As you can see, it is a fairly standard 4-2-3-1, positive mentality, a bumblebee style, funny enough. But sweeper keeper in attack, wing backs in attack on the left and right, ball playing defenders in defend, a CM in support on the left, a box to box in support on the right, inside forwards on both sides in attack, a shadow striker in attack, and an advanced forward up front in attack. Now, he does have some information on the Steam Workshop, not a lot. He did play with Arsenal, won the league, so it looks great from that perspective. He doesn't have anything in the description, unfortunately, but in the comments below, you can see I've updated the dual DM tactics in 2.0. I will upload them later, blah, blah, blah. When the overall CA of the team is insufficient in a tough fight, it is a way to enhance resistance against clubs that are stronger than you. If your club is strong enough, it can be changed to default when facing some relegation clubs. This is my personal suggestion. So he's got a little bit of info in there, but pretty much everything you have is right here. As you can see, in possession, it is attacking width fairly wide, approach play, play out of defense, passing direction is slightly shorter, tempo is higher, low crosses, and work the ball into the box. In transition, counter press, counter, and roll it out. And out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and step up more. Now, as we always do, how did it look for our three teams? Not too bad. Wolves in 4th place in Champions League spot with 73. Tottenham in 5th with 71, so definitely higher than normal for them. Newcastle in 10th with 51. I would say that's probably less so, or thereabouts. So Newcastle, it did not work all that well. Wolves and Tottenham, yeah. Wolves may be in 4th, but the start of their season did not go off very well. I mean, 3 losses in the first month, 3 wins. A nice September, starting off October not great, but finishing up strongly. Continuing in the Cups, EFL Cup 4th round is where you lose out 1-5 at home against Manchester United. That one hurts. But look at this run. Wow, that's a fantastic run. Semi-finals, though, 2-5 against Tottenham. But man, that run really picked you up. And then finishing off the season, okay. Tottenham starting out, I mean, still not great. But this is a nice run all the way down to 1-3 loss against Newcastle. Continuing on, though, another loss against Aston Villa. EFL Cup quarters, 0-2 against Manchester United. You have another couple of losses here and there. Champions League round of 16. You do lose out to RB Leipzig and are kicked out of that competition. However, FA Cup final 2-3, you lose out again to Manchester United. Newcastle, a lot spottier. I mean, a great August. 0-3 loss to Liverpool. You can never beat them at the start of the season. But everything else in there, wow, that just looks awful. But you do continue on in the EFL Cup all the way down to the semi-final, first and second legs. You're out against Manchester United, and you're out against Millwall of all teams, 1-2 in the FA Cup 3rd round. So all you have left to lose, so all you have left is the Premier League, and you kind of boot it. You got a lot of draws, a couple of losses here. 0-4 against Arsenal, okay. Tottenham 2-3, and then Fulham 0-3. But look at all these draws. Transfer-wise, absolutely nothing new for Wolves. You do have Diego Costa going out for 1 million. Lembikis, as we've always seen. Tottenham, same as always. Shutala from Dynamo Zagreb for 17 million. Pedro from Flamengo, 17 million. And then, yeah, 11.5 for Tanganga, and that is it. Newcastle doing absolutely nothing really new. Edwards, Arana, and Kennedy in, and then Diallo out. Squad-wise for Wolves, definitely a nice set right there. Sarabia, 7-3-6. Podence the same. 7-3-4 for Traore. I mean, looking fantastic. Squad-wise, Tottenham actually looking pretty nicely. 7-4-3 for Kulusevski. 7-2-6, 7-2-7 for Van de Beek and Mora. Pretty nicely done. 7-40 for Fraser Forster. Newcastle, not so much. Data hub wise, this is where it gets interesting. Wolves in 4th place, extremely shaky defensively. I mean, they've got no numbers at the Premier League average, maybe tackles attempted per game. But, I mean, very good in attack. These numbers lead the league in many categories. It is a fantastic sight to see. Not a lot of shots, though, interestingly enough. And then crosses, or not so much either. But some, I mean, they really boosted attack-wise. And you do have a lot of attacking players. You've got the entire forefront up front as attacking, the 2 wingbacks attacking. So you are really on the front foot here. Tottenham, same. Shaky defensively, very good in attack, some very good attacking numbers. I mean, better defending than Wolves did, but still, you want to pick a lot of these things up. Newcastle even getting in on the attacking side. I mean, the non-penalty expected goals per 90, dribbles per game is pretty nice, shots per game is pretty nice. Tackles attempted per game is probably the higher of the 3, but still everything else is under. So coming into the Premier League stats, definitely looking for more the attacking side than the defensive side. Most goals, Tottenham with 94, just 1 under Liverpool. Wolves with 92. Newcastle not even in a list. But fewest shots for, nobody. Or shots against, I should say. Most possession, Tottenham. Dribbles made, you've got all 3 there. Fewest conceded, nobody. Fewest shutouts, nobody. Most tackles, wow, everything. Everything else. Most shots for, the Wolves with 721, just a little bit under Liverpool. But Tottenham and Newcastle are in there as well. And then most points per game, as you'd expect. Most goals, Isaac with 23, Kane with 22, Cunha with 17. So everyone getting into the mix. Traore with most assists with 12. Sarabia is in there with 11. Player of the Match awards, Isaac, Kulusevski, and Sarabia in there. I mean, 5 and 6 are pretty much average. 8's a little higher than average, but best pass completion, nobody. Dribbles made, there you go. Semato's in there. Fewest conceded, most shutouts. I mean, all these, most tackles won. Yeah, the defensive side just is not there. Most key passes, 124 for Sarabia, 121 for Trippier. They're always up in that list, usually in the tops for the most part. Most shots, Isaac with 115, tied with Luis Diaz. Cunha with 111, Neves with 88. And yeah, pretty good. Wolves over all competitions, player stats, Cunha with 23 goals. It's actually, I would have thought it would be a little higher than that. But Podence with 736 average rating, Traore with 16 assists, and Traore 6th player of the match awards. So it is kind of funny that Podence actually stays this time around. Usually he's sold off, but apparently doing really well. 736, you got to keep him around. Tottenham stats, Harry Kane with 37. Now that's what you want to see. Kulusevski with 743 highest average rating, 16 assists, and 6th player of the match awards. And Newcastle, 24 goals, definitely on the lower side for Isaac. I mean, at 10th place, yeah, you expect a little lower of a return for him. Trippier with only 705 highest average rating. That's kind of low. Almiron with 9 assists, which is actually nice to see, a little higher. And Isaac with most player of the match awards with 9. Again, overall for Wolves and Tottenham, this did really well. Tottenham's kind of just above the average mark. Wolves, fantastic job. Newcastle, just not so much. And as I always say, I usually say this in the beginning, sometimes at the end, but this is just a straight sim. If you take control of this team, this tactic, or any of these teams, and this tactic, you play the tactic to your strengths of your team, or you get new transfers into the strength of the tactic, you're going to do a lot better. And, 73 can easily grow to 84 or thereabouts. Definitely challenging for the title. But Newcastle could definitely pick it up a bit. But I am 7FM for the Football Manager blog channel saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.